Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the triple vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your Guatemalan coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Guatemalan coffee from Walmart. Not bad. From Walmart. Actually, not bad. Or how bad does it have to get before you start getting your coffee from Walmart? I definitely need a coffee sponsor. No doubt about it. What a perfect gig, a coffee sponsor for the Daybreak Show. I have kept flirting with that idea. Hey, how about that virus? It's something, isn't it? Something was just rolling through the living room. Cats are having a blast right now. Somebody in the world is having a blast. It might as well be a cat. I have had more women warn me about women than you can imagine. A woman can call out another woman's bullshit quite easily. The sisterhood isn't as strong as you might think. It's not above all the sisterhood. Take my word for it. A woman will throw another woman under the bus so fast. And I've had women warn me about women with no other motivation than to call them out and get some satisfaction on it. It's only when a man calls out a woman on her bullshit that it's called misogyny. Let's make that perfectly clear. I am a populist. You want to know what a populist is? Populism is a political doctrine that proposes that the common people are exploited by the privileged elite, and they seek to resolve it. That's why we like sending common people to political positions. That's why I like business people and not lawyers and professional politicians going in and out of Congress every 2 years. The populists' goal is uniting the unsophisticated little man, me, you, our neighbors, against corrupt, dominant elites who are in there for decades at a time, usually establishing themselves as politicians with a unique set of perks that they have that we don't have. And it's not just jealousy, but it's easy for them to make decisions about us when those decisions don't have to apply to them. It's not that they are the walking wounded. These people, I'll tell you in just a second who they are. They're a walking wound, just an open wound. Their whole existence is one big giant reaction to the shit that everybody experiences in life, except they've chosen not to reset, reboot, or grasp the fresh start that the sunrise gives to them every single day on a silver platter. And those are the people in your life that are the negative people that you need to distance yourself from. The walking wounds, they're sore, they're inflamed, they're infected, and they're contagious. It's time to start distancing yourself from those people. We keep sending the same 535 people to Congress, and we expect different results, don't we? It looks like we are the ones with the problem. It's time to start sending different people to Congress. A Gaelic prayer, as the hand is made for holding, the eye for seeing. You have fashioned me for joy. Share with me the vision that finds joy everywhere. In the wild violet's beauty, in the lark's melody, in the face of a steadfast man, in a child's smile, in a mother's love, in the purity of Jesus. Man, I love that prayer. Absolutely love that. What jumped out at me was this. In the face of a steadfast man. There is nothing like a steadfast man whose yes means yes and his no means no. The unstuck man. The decisive man. What preceded that? Share with me the vision that finds that joy everywhere. There's joy in the face of a steadfast man. Men, don't you want to be that man for your family? For your circle of friends? Just the look on your face can create joy in people's hearts. That's magnificent. So many men walk around with a scowl, and they're tough guys. How about being steadfast and creating joy in the world around you? What a beautiful thing, isn't it? If not for you, the winter would hold no spring. I couldn't hear a robin sing. I just wouldn't have a clue if not for you. George Harrison, 1970. Great song. The man who halfway through his day can still feel his wife's kiss and embrace will be invincible. Nothing can stop him. That's from Jim Rohn. In the future, I believe that the ND will be more useful to you than the MD. Just my opinion. A naturopathic doctor. I know there are many of you that already believe that, and I'm glad you're on board with me with that opinion. Realize that your life will never be the same again after this virus thing, societally, because of what you allowed to happen to you. And you did it out of fear. Compliance comes from fear. Think about it. Power didn't work, so intimidation didn't work, so now let's use fear. Compliance just flows out of fear. We're now at the point where your neighbors are schooling you and yelling at you for walking outside. How perfect. Nazi Germany. You are guilty of being a promoter of this new reality. You are. I'm not. Come to the other side and stop it. Half of what you think is her hair, she paid someone to sew on, glue, clip, or weave onto short boy hair. What she doesn't know is that you probably think that she's beautiful without all that. But to each her own. Let them live in that delusion. Sir, you lost her because you gave in to her. You only had the appearance of having her. 20 years later, and it was death by 1,000 concessions, death by 1,000 cuts. You gave in, and then she despised your lack of leadership after a few years of you just giving in to her all the time. You ended up with a 20-year roommate, not a wife. Own that. Those who've practiced solitude haven't skipped a beat during this whole virus thing. We've enjoyed the overreaction and overcorrection show. Pipe smokers already have a head start on that. We love solitude. You've watched my videos of going away on holidays by myself. It's a beautiful thing. It's not freaky for me and those of you that love solitude. No wonder I preach it. Some women want the lifestyle more than they want the man. Let's get real about it. Some women want the lifestyle only on their terms. But what's going to happen is they're going to grow old and lonely very regretfully, and you can see it on their face. I know I'm an older guy who looks at female peers my age, and I see the regret in their face. Some women can get the lifestyle if they do it on his terms. You don't have to manipulate him. You don't have to do that. He might actually care for you and love you. Let him do that. But you probably won't. And you're going to grow old and regretful and lonely. I've seen it happen. I'm watching you in real time be old and regretful and lonely, miss. Some are too far gone and will never trust a man. But the top tier man can do anything, anytime, anywhere he wants at any age. This is why ladies need the discernment to look for the top tier man, not the richest man, and I'm not talking about hypergamy and monkey branching to something better. Trust the man. Trust him. I know you, ladies, you might have had an experience with a bum. I understand that. I get that. You get a pass on that. Second time around, you don't. Look for a top tier man. Top tier does not mean a rich man. The rich man ends up with a roommate, not a wife. While I'm at it, hey ladies, while we are under a lot of stress with this virus thing, us men, how about sending your man an alluring picture today? I didn't say sexual, although if that's what you choose to do, then go for it. And the caption should always be, if you send a alluring, sexy picture to your man, the caption should always be, "For your eyes only," and a little smiley face or a heart. That would make his day. Don't doubt me on that. Can someone explain to me where was the media panic when Obama was president in 2009 during the swine flu? Fact. 700 million to 1.4 billion people contracted the swine flu. Deaths? 151,000 to 575,000 deaths worldwide. I was there. People went about their daily lives. What is different this time? Go ahead, answer. In the past month, I've stopped myself from saying partner. I caught myself saying the word partner. I fell into that trap, and I'm not doing it anymore, and I encourage you to do the same. Partners are for business. It's now girlfriend, fiance, or wife, if you're a man. Stop saying the word partner. Stop it. Dating apps are the biggest spreaders of disease. Let's get real. And red pill guys are worrying about a cough or dirty doorknobs. Stop swiping. Have some respect for yourself. Did you ever notice the definition of alpha male changed in the past month? It's not so much how many women and how good a man is with women. It's who can start a fire, who can support a family, who can keep their family safe. The real definition of an alpha male. It takes way more than T and A to win over or catch an older man. The freedom of not being a slave to P or your own D is amazing. It's a message for men and women. Women women can't win me over now like they used to when I was younger. Although it's part of it, it's no longer the number one reason why I am drawn to a woman. And women who consistently try to appeal to me with their bodies and sexuality, they're stuck. They're very stuck. Ladies, show me more than your sexuality. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.